everybody, this is Terry and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. And as the changing of the seasons come in from summer to fall, I just realized, and I just got an email from Dave Kirk, that is the show director for the iOS. You remember Dave? I did a video at his home, his apartment in Chicago, and we went through his collection that he grows in his bedroom, and Gracums and Cattleyas and other hybrids and species that he grows. He reminded me that the fall show was coming up in October and asked me if I was going to do a display, and I had thought about it briefly, but not really enough to consider it. So I thought today you and I could walk around together and maybe look at things that possibly will be worthy of being in a display, things that are coming on that, if I can accurately estimate, if they will be in bloom and open by the time that the show would be happening. Those are the things, the questions that I pose right now. And so that entails more or less going around, looking at the plants, and kind of taking an eye count of, and just an inventory of things that are blooming or that are coming on, and seeing if I have enough for a display. Now, you guys know I do, but it all depends on timing. So let's just walk around, and I'm starting back here just because I know there are a few things. Now, this would be a possibility if I would clean this up, and I can clean this up. Being that it's only one bloom, I mean, it's fairly, it's a questionable thing, but it is a bloom still that you have to consider. But it also depends on the size of the flower, the color, depends on a lot of things. So let's put that as a possibility, and then we'll keep moving down. Now, this flower is not yet open yet, so I can probably say with all certainty that by the time that opens and by the time the show rolls around, which I believe is either the first or the second week of October, and this, as I am filming this is already September the 12th. Yeah, because it was just September 11th. So this will probably be open. This over here is questionable. This is actually the same cross, but different plant. I mean, it's the same plant, same cross, but the flower is different. That being in such tight bud is questionable as far as this is open, so that's probably not going to be show. Now, as I'm looking at I'm seeing buds here that I did not see here before, which is great because there's already a flower here open. And these are long-lasting flowers, so there is a good chance that that flower and possibly those two flowers will be open still for the show. And this beauty most likely will not be. So the fragrance is still knocking me out. Now, that has two spikes on it. Now, as I'm looking, what I'm also doing is seeing if there's any plants that I could possibly register for judging. And you know what? I'm seeing a couple more buds there. And I think that this, and let me look over here. No, that's already spent. So that's already a couple there, and then there's a couple that I found elsewhere here. I would say that if I do the show, I would register this plant as in the Brassavola hybrid, whatever. And if I haven't said, this is the Hippodama crossed with Richard Mueller, which is Hawaiian Kaleidoscope. Now, looking at some other possibilities, right in front of me here is this big Encyclia. that it has a spike that has buds on it, and it's over here. This bud blasted, and I don't know if those are going to make it either. That's something that I wasn't planning on, but looks like it's just got some sheaths, so I'll just move on past that one because there's really nothing happening on that one. But so far, I would say there are some definite possibilities. Definitely this. Not really these are showing anything. Definitely this one. And that's a possibility. Okay, so let's keep on going. Let me stop here and look up at this one because this plant was in sheath, and I don't know if it actually is in bud yet. This is my Bill Worsley. Yeah, there's the sheath right there, but I don't see any buds, so we'll keep on going. Yeah, this encyclia here will definitely not be going. My inspirit, this is a possibility because these flowers have lasted a while. We'll see how they look like in a month or so, and just keep moving. Also, again, I showed this in my Orchid a Day video, my Gongora grossa. That spike, they take a while to progress, so I will not, we'll just see. We'll just see. Some things have yet to reveal themselves, but we will see. We're just sort of taking a rough estimate of any possible flowers that can be used in a show for display. Now this, I don't think that would be good. This Jamaica red, I don't think that's going to be good. And as I move over this way, I'm really not seeing much. That's probably not going to be good. This possibly will because it just opened. I am quite not sure about that's not going to go, definitely. I'm not so sure about this as well. This plant actually has buds on it right here, and so that's a possibility, although it's on a mount. I think that's probably going to be spent, and I don't think there's anything in here that's in spike. Now, this hibiki is probably going to be good because you can still see that it is still putting up spikes, and it still has some spikes in the process of opening. So, and they are a long-lasting flower, so it is possible. Now, as far as some of these encyclias, it really just depends on the day-to-day, how they fare going into the show. I don't predict that this will be around much longer because it's already been in bloom for such a long time. Now, looking through here at my convolutum, I highly doubt it, just because I broke off the spike. This is Francis Fox, and again, it is in type bud, so I really doubt it. But the more that I look at this encyclia, I mean, it still looks pretty damn pristine, and it may possibly last another month, so we will just have to wait and see, really. Down in here, I know I see there's a sheath down there. I don't even know what that plant is. What is that? Oh, I don't even want to go down there because it's just a sheath. But yeah, Francis Fox, that's a no. This cross, Encyclia cross, which is Brassavale times, I think it's Prismatocarpa. It's got two spikes right here, one, and then there's the other over here. So I'm hoping that that opens. This is probably going to be okay for the show because it's still in tight bud. It'll probably open sometime this weekend. So I'll probably have a lot of Brassavola types. And over here is my perenni, which definitely will be in spike because it's just got the buds on it right there. I do not think this is going to be good for the show. This trichocentrum may possibly be, because it still has some buds there. So that is possible that that will be able to go to the show. Although I'll have to figure out how to display that, because it is totally on a mount, as a lot of things are on mounts. Going through this way, I don't see any spikes. Here is my Casualis that is going to bloom again, and that's probably going to be good for the show. I'm not sure about that second spike. It looks like it's kind of aborted. But as far as any other things, I really am not seeing much as far as in the way of blooms, as far as big blooms. Yeah, that's not going to be in bloom. Yeah, I just don't see the buds. As I walk this way in here, that's definitely not going to be. And walking this way, I really don't expect these Laturias to be show worthy. I would be surprised, being that it's going to be cooler, and I just don't think that it will be show worthy. Definitely not this. But there are other things in here that are doing things. For instance, but this is just in spike, so it's going to be blooming later. Not in spike, it's in sheath, I'm sorry. And I don't see any potential. Oh, here we go. Here is some blooms, and we'll have to see how they develop. See, there's that on that cane, and here's some more on the back side of this cane. And this is my Kaneko, Dendrobium Kaneko, that just finished blooming off of one of these other canes. On the back side here is sort of a remnant of the flower. Nice pink flowers. So that is a possibility. If all of those spikes work out, that would be great. So it's looking like looking more than what I thought. And of course, I believe that will probably be still in bloom, hopefully, because it is in spike, although they do take a while. And that is, of course, Garuda. Now, let me just walk down here. We will have to see. That's a whole month and I just got this plant, and I don't know the growth habit of it yet. As far as other things, we'll have to see again about this. This will be my first time blooming this, and I don't think anything else has any flower potentiality. What's that? Joseph something. Yeah, I don't think there's any, except there is a sheath right there, and that is another Pawella spots. Here's my Finleyanum, Dendrobium, no spikes, nothing on my Solagine multiflora. So yeah, I've pointed out what's going on out here already. So yeah, I think I do have enough for a display. We'll see what transpires between now and then. I just wanted to go along with you all. Now, I know that, yeah, see this, my daffodil, it's got 2 growths, nothing else. So yeah, I pointed out everything. And I don't think that there's anything on these carts that would lead me to believe that one of these is going to bloom. Yeah, I don't really think so. So that's probably about it, unless I get something else from some Brassavolas, which is possible. I mean, there's a lot of things that could pop out. But Just from that rough count that I just did, I think I do have enough. I've got potentially some cattleyas that may be of size for background, as far as, like those over there. I've got the Persavolas that will provide a smaller interest, but still a Cattleya type. Um, Possibly some of these encyclias will provide some height in the back of the display, and though that hibiki there will give me some color for the front, the low front. So I think that it's possible that I could have, plus I'm forgetting that I do have Phalaenopsis out in the greenhouse, a lot of them that are in bloom, and so those could definitely fill in some areas where some color is needed, because I do have a lot of Phalaenopsis that are in bloom. But I'm hoping to get some plants, more orchids than just Phalaenopsis. I don't even really want to carry my Phalaenopsis with me, if at all possible. But anyway, enough about that. We will see what happens, and I will carry you with me, and we'll make the decision together whether or not I have enough to really show a worthwhile display. And even on this plant, I believe there is another sheath here. So, and I showed you another sheath, and this is the Powella spots again. And we are back here, and I'll have to get the tag for this. I keep forgetting. I know this is Trick or Treat times Nodosa. That's what that is. So that should be like an orange flower. Well, it is going to be an orange flower. And also another sheath is right there. That's my Vita Lee, but that's not showing anything, so can't really count on that. But thank you all for walking with me and looking at potential blooms for the show. So we will figure it out. And I believe there's another sheath right here. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Enjoy your orchids. Bye.